Good afternoon. We're talking, radio talking. We're on Guess Who's Coming to Kansas City. My name is MC Richardson. I'm your host and the moderator, and we have two guests, and one should be with us very shortly. And then we got another guest that
Who's on the line?
she's on the line.
She is on the line. Listen, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then we'll go to her, whatever. Okay. All right. What I was going to start this off with is that, well, in remembrance, James Hill passed away, and the services were this past Thursday, and he also was a native of Virginia. And then we had the 56th birthday of Dr. Gina Marie Richardson Taylor, and she is vacationing on her cruise. So we have Mr. Joseph Johnson on the line, and we'll talk to Joseph. I want to put him up there, Roosevelt Johnson. So how are you doing, Mr. Johnson?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. We'll start out with you. You just retired, and you work for the Heart of American Indian Center. So before you get started, there seem to be a lot of things throughout the country, especially on the news that I have tuned into, about how the Indians got beat out of their land in Oklahoma. And now they're fighting back against it, the Native American, and by you being of that Cherokee origin, that on the East Coast, the fur trappers, what they would do would marry the Indian women, and after 5 years, somehow they come up dead, and the fur trapper would take over their land. And I don't know, then we talk about the Trail of Tears, so you might kind of enlighten us, Mr. Johnson, about what you remember, what you heard about Native Americans.
No, sir, I can't elaborate on that. I was just in a training program with the Indian Center, even though I'm a Black Cherokee Indian. But you'd have to call the Indian Center itself if you want someone to tell you what's going on.
Well, we're going to be very fortunate that on December the 2nd, we got at least 4 Native Americans coming from Lawrence to participate in the 50th celebration of the United Minority Media Association. And the theme of that is celebrate UMA 50th anniversary, steadily growing. So we'll be there, and you'll be there too, Roosevelt. So
yeah, that's on December the 2nd, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I can get some stuff together for you. What I would suggest is call the Kansas City Indian Center and speak with one of the counselors there, because as I went through my training there were a lot of students coming through there to invite the Native Americans out to share such information. Okay? So you can do that. They open their door to it. And they're all as well. Okay.
Well, the young lady that called me said there'll be 4 coming from Lawrence. And I assume that might be Haskell. I don't know. And they'll bring some information. We'll ask them to bring some information with them. But you, as a person that worked over at Heart of America Indian Center, when I was affiliated with them through the organization, when I was doing the show at KKFI, that was right down the street, the Heart of American Indian Center, is located at 600 West 39th Street. And the basic thing they were dealing on grants, and they were more concerned about the health situation.
Yeah.
What can you add to that?
Well, they are beginning to focus more on health care. Matter of fact, they just opened up a healthcare center right there at the Indian Center right off of 39th in Pennsylvania. So you can go in there and get tested for whatever needs to be tested and get the results as well. But to get a thorough picture of what the Indian Center and what Native Americans are doing, call the Indian Center. Talk with one of their counselors. They got them coming out of Lawrence, up where the Haskell Hospital is. They have them over in North Kansas City. So just give them a call. I'm pretty sure they will welcome to share the information with you. Okay? I appreciate you calling me.
I understand that, but on the same token, there was in so many powwows you didn't get a chance to get with them. And explain to the people what a powwow is.
Call the Indian Center. What you can do is Google it. Y'all all into the internet. A powwow is where everybody brings a dish. That's what it amounts to. And they have it every March up at the Speedway, Bonner Springs. The month of March coming up in 2024, they will be having a powwow. That's something you can check out, come up and experience. Then you'll see what it's about. Okay?
Well, we're quite sure you can add a lot more dialogue with us and to our audience. And we're also on YouTube, Facebook, Apple TV, smartphone, iPhone, and you name it.
All right.
This is opportunity for you. We're glad that you give us the opportunity to have you on the show today. So we're not going to let you off easy. We want you to provide us with as much information as you possibly can.
Well,
and what to do and how to get other people involved.
Call the Indian Center.
Yeah, but we're calling you right now.
Well, then that's about as much as I could share with you. I'm not a spokesman for the Indian Center. And what I can share
Yes,
with
sir,
you.
Mr.
All right,
Fowlkes.
sir. What I'm gonna say, it's been a pleasure talking with you.
Well,
Call me.
don't go nowhere.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you got to go?
Yes, sir. I got to go.
What were you getting ready to say, Mr. Folks?
We're going to take a small break right there. Mr. Johnson, thank you so much for being on the program. Let's go
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a good day, and thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're off for break, right?
Yeah, we're off for break. I bet.
Okay. On December the 2nd, the United Minority Media Association will celebrate its 50th anniversary at the Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. That's the 3700 Blue Parkway, and the zip code is 64130. And we're trying to extend the invitation to anyone who is interested in being there. We're also going to have Gates Barbecue and What's on Your Plate. They will provide us with the luncheon, and then we'll have Mariah, let me get that right, Hayes. She's going to take care of the morning refreshment. But we have a lot of good shows and programs planned. We're going to have two publishers who will talk about their books. We'll have people who are part of the Yuma organization. We'll have Miss Rebecca Bradley. She's a retired lieutenant commander of the Army and Intelligence Division. She will provide a workshop on minority veteran solution, which we're going to contact a disabled veteran. 4 different organizations, they told me to get them involved. And what we want the people to do is provide at least 50 handouts for the people there, and regardless of subject they might be on, but other people in the audience might be interested, or they might have some relatives or friends might be interested. We're going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about ascertainment. We're going to talk about health, probably diabetes. We're going to talk about the young people who get involved in the construction. And then we have the time well spent for different groups to get up and tell you what they did to earn that right to be chosen to be part of that. And not only, they will also provide 50 handouts of what their organization, how they got to be there. And while we're on this subject, I'd like to just congratulate the Urban American Outdoor. They just had, I heard, a very successful 25th anniversary this past week. So that's good. And we extend this invitation, like if people want to get in touch with us, we suggest that they go to, matter of fact, the number they can call is 816-694-2273. And I did do some PSAs on about 15 different stations. And we did have people calling and inquiring and said they wanted to be involved with us. And we hopefully, they wrote it down and they'll get in contact with us. And what we're asking for donation. And the donation, instead of asking for, you pay for a cash ticket or whatever, it's the donation. And we also will be we don't want to say that, contacting elected officials to get them to get an opportunity to salute Yuma in its 50th anniversary. And the other people, and then our people who are coordinators of the event, we're very happy to have them. It's Eggs Enlightenment. We have Marion Olivia Watkins, and we have the United Minority Media Association. Well, they have gone out and tracking other people to participate. They're the one providing us with the information and them with the information, how to get involved. And also at every event the organization does have, we always have membership applications. Like I said, we was founded on May 11th, 1974, incorporated in the state of Missouri, August 28th, 1974. We are 501c and a Missouri sales tax exempt. And our home base is 5511 Woodland Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64110. And that will become a museum in that household. And that is the regional headquarters, which Yuma serves 27 states of the Midwest Southeast region. A lot of people say, what is your mission? The mission is to increase the participation of minority and cultural people with upward mobility, to get them upward mobility, and that's in journalism, advertising, public relations, marketing, and also the skilled crafts and construction, and also the historic Black universities and colleges. And we should have information for that. And a lot of people, like we've been working with the Laborers 264, nothing gets started without the laborers being there, especially in the commercial. Now, we have the people that work on bridges and things like that, but these people are more in the commercial or the city deal, and they have been an ongoing supporter and a member of Yuma. And we also have a lot of people that work with us. We have Pat Jackson, who's over our financial component. She has been a bookkeeper for a minimum of 42 years with the Ralph C. Johnson CPA firm. We also got one of our ongoing supporters, Gates Barbecue. Not only are they a member, but they also will be the one that will feature the lunch. We're also the oldest organization as it relates to Negro Baseball League under Mr. Bob Kendrick. They have been an ongoing member, and he's one of our people that have been recommended to be on the board. And you know about the Negro League Baseball Museum. They're international. We also have the people from Oklahoma, and thank goodness for Oklahoma, where we have the people with the Creek Indians and also the Cherokee Freemen. I happened to go to Tulsa for the family reunion of the Sellers/Sellers, and they had talking about, I was very happy with the people that participated in that. Whereas the young people, they are getting their degrees, they get a lot of things, but I have found that most of the family members, a lot of them are in the medical field. So that made me feel real good. And like Eliza King, she's heading up the force from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and we have a young man that is 16 years old, and he has you're talking about, he's very artistic in the fact of a commercial artist. So he will bring some of his illustration here. Probably we asked him to provide at least 50 copies and have them copyrighted so that the people here can enjoy. But we got people that they will be able to tell our audience and our people in attendance what is going on with our organization, and the other people can tell us what's going on with their organization. Plus, we will provide people with plaques, and we do have have engraved on there about celebrating our 50th Black anniversary, and hopefully we can get that distributed. There's a cost on that, $25 per, but the people who pay the donation of $125, they will get a clock, they will get the food, they will get the workshop, and for the clock as long as they are available. And then we have right now we have about 11 people that are going to receive plaques, and if we put it down right, the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce is one of those recipients, okay? And we ask them to make sure that they extend the invitation to have people there. In fact, the people that are the ones that will be getting the plaque, we ask them to purchase a table of 8 and then have 50 handout. And we also are in touch with the Greater Kansas City Building and Construction Trades Council about getting them involved and help us with we won't say inner city anymore, we'll say the minority community and the business on remodeling and maintaining. And they seem like they're very interested in that, so we should have them available. And hopefully the people listening to this show, the ones in St. Louis and Ferguson, it's only about 4.5 hours of Kansas City, and it's at the Bruce Hall Watkins Cultural Heritage Center, and that's 3700 Blue Parkway. And like I said, a single person admittance donation is $125, and what do they get for that? They get the refreshment for breakfast. They get the luncheon. They got a choice of either Gates Barbecue or what's on your plate. And they got the other workshop, and hopefully we have a politician there. And we also have some other outstanding people that we're hoping going to show up and be there and get a lot of people participate. Now, we are looking for people from all these different cities and states, especially in the Midwest, which we serve, to participate with us. And we have we talk about thirsty package, and our people are in the union too, and they also have the opportunity to get their media credentials, which I have no problem with, but it's been working all over the country to get into seminars, get into conference, and if there's a situation where the people don't know about them because they got credentials, I know them to call ahead and get that approved by them, or ask them to give us an invitation for our people to not only participate in their seminar or their conference, but also the same thing work for the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce. When they come, they have a show. What's the name of your show and when is it, Mr. R?
Yes, sir. We on every Saturday from 1 to 3 on Ferguson USA, hightowerradio.com. And we continue to support what you're doing. As a matter of fact, I was listening to some of the things that you were talking about, that's going on with Yuma. And I'm happy to say that Yuma has been a lot of things that open a lot of doors and create a lot of opening opportunities for a lot of blacks in the community as a whole. Not just on the radio or television, but also in private industry. A lot of people are now, working in behind the scenes, providing, support to a lot of organizations. Human has been kind of been the spearhead around there for many, 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 many years in Kansas City. And I'm happy to say that, that all by your continued support and driving force that you have created for your organization. And also, MC, just listen to your talk there, but I was thinking, we did our program this afternoon. We had a very interesting program that we did today. But there are some news items, okay, that I want to bring up. If you don't mind, I can talk about the word younger. That's okay with you.
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, one of the things today we are talking about was a little bit about something that affects everybody in this country. What's going on in our government up in Washington D.C. and House of Representatives, and there you have a Congressman Cleaver, and we have also Congressman Bush up here in St. Louis, and they haven't both be Democrats, but right now they're in the minority, and which means that they can't pass any bills, get anything, I mean, they have, they only have 212 votes, and the majority in the House now is 217, and that's by the Republican Party now. And so right now we're at a deadlock where we can't get anything passed, and that's not good for the country right now. And also, we're find ourselves abroad, and people should be very aware and continue to pray for what's going on over in the Middle East right now. So that's something that's affecting all of us in some capacity. Where you are, where you live, what you're doing. Israel right now was invaded about 14 days ago on October the 7th, where they were invaded by the Hamas, and came in and killed over 1,000 Israeli people, kidnapped it. Over 200 of those people kidnapped, and also that's been going on. And most recently, we were fortunate enough that President Joe Biden flew out to the Middle East there, and he went there with the intention of having, bringing some stability to the area. And I'm happy to say that that right now that he was able to negotiate what took place there. We now have 2 Americans who were released this week from Hamas, and that so far we haven't had any mass shootings and killings. Okay, but the bombs are still in the air, and so right now the good thing today what happened that that humanitarian aid was also made available for the first time. About over 20-some trucks went in from the United Nations and some other nations around the country. Organizations around the country provide food, needed medical supplies to the people that's been who live in Gaza. It had nothing to do with what's going on with Hamas, but they come when they get it there. And also, MC, another thing that's taking place around the country, in our country here right now, we have a serious problem, not a serious problem right now, but it is serious, but problem right now, with UAW having not been able to come to a resolution, with their strike that's going into the fifth, 6 weeks now, where they have shut down General Motors plants, Chrysler plants, Ford plants. But the good part on that is that they initially asked for about a 20% increase. Well, right now, as we're hearing now that offer from those companies, and now I got up to 3% on the wages. That's a great increase. And also they have ended wage tiers and some more benefits they have. And so right now, I'm happy to say that we are making midway there, and we're getting closer to the settlement there for the workers there. And especially really on the workers right now, very important because the most UAW core plans, ownership, they got lots of money from the federal government over the last year. And also they're making record so still. Because right now, you go buy any new vehicle right now, my God, it's unbelievable the price of it. But so anyway, they're making money, and so right now we're still hoping to see into the strike sometime in the next couple of weeks, which would be a good thing. Well, I hope it's called a successful strike. And also in Hollywood, the actor strike has reached over about 100 days, continue. And so far, they thought they had came to an agreement back on the 10th of October, but that did not work out. And also, tomorrow, not tomorrow, next month, we have several very important elections taking place. One is down in Houston, Texas, where Sylvester Turner, who's been the mayor there for the last 8 years, there are 2 terms, he's stepping down, Turner would take. November 70th, we elected the next mayor. Houston, Texas is the 3rd largest city in the country, and LA and New York, I should say, in Chicago. And so right now, there are about 17 people running for mayor. So that means it's going to be a very, very crowded field. So we've had that. And also, the news that came out of California, the young lady that was appointed to be the senator, Butler, announced this weekend that she will not be running for a full term. She's appointed by the governor, Newsom there, to fill the term that the lady Diane left. She died a month or so ago. And so now the governor kept his word that he would be appointing a black female to that position, which he did do. And then also the person that he will be appointed would not be running, for a full term. And so right now, she's keeping her word, and that's very, very, really good there. And also, the United States Senate, the United States Supreme Court, I should say, just in recent days, this is interesting, sided against Missouri, in Missouri, and they refused to block a law that the state of Missouri wanted, that in the law was to prevent local government officials, police officers, and state highway patrol officers from working with the federal government, which has been put a limit on gun transfers, firearms, registration, and stuff like that. Right now, in the state of Missouri, we like a Wild West in Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis, Missouri. Guns on the street, and people get killed left and right, so that's very good there. And also, another thing taking place here in St. Louis, St. Louis County, I just said, that's in St. George County, Missouri, is Winsfield, which had to be one of the largest school districts in the state of Missouri, almost 70,000 students. Well, their board school boards now all over the state of Michigan, around the country, becoming more contentious as more conservatives get in on the boards there, and they're great, and they're kind of making changes, but at the same time they're great attention here. This case, Winsfield, the black students and their parents, well, especially the students, they've been harassed on the bus, being called the N-word, and it just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And so the school board had about a 2-hour meeting this past week, and out of it, it got so bad that the board voted to be able to add 2 new another police officer for security at the board meeting. Some of the people, they might get hurt, because they got so hot. And the funny part about that is people that would actually, the 2 board members that actually created the most problems, they were against adding one of the police officers that was good for the community, which is never good. It's good, okay, when we can all dialogue together, have a good conversation. That's called good. But anytime there's, that you get hot, people get mad at each other and argue with each other, that's not good. And so right now, we hope we pray that things kind of cool down there and see how that goes out. And also here in St. Louis, we have a solemn inspection holiday on Monday, where throughout school had a shooting last year, and they with the visual art school where 2 students and a teacher were killed, and so in honor of those 2 people, they will be having a Monday, and so they can get together with the council, because their grief is still going on. And also here in St. Louis, the mayor has opened up some more basketball courts. Install some install some new basketball courts, put money into the program, and get the kids off the street. And that is a good thing. So again, a lot of things taking place, here in Missouri and St. Louis, and also the Missouri Chamber of Commerce was announcing that our conference will be held in Frederick, Missouri, on April the 4th and 5th, 2024. And we invite people to come out to be there. We should have a nice turnout. Mr. Chuck DeBow and Dr. Ken will be there. And the organization will be the National Chamber of Commerce, National Business Committee. Dr. Ken Harris is the president of that, so he and Chuck will be coming there. We have some outstanding guests on the workshop we'll be having there. Matter of fact, we'll be doing something especially on telecommunications, where we're showing a demonstration where a wireless cell phone system will install their demonstration. And then on that Saturday, we were taking all the people that want to go down to Utah, Missouri, to be able to look at the system, that we are building there in Utah, Missouri, along with the school, the institute, the Broadband Institute, that should be up and running by the time also. So that's the thing that the National Missouri Conference is doing, and also the National Conference is taking the delegations now, big delegations, to those countries right now. So there's so much going on here on the National Conference, and I feel it's okay that we are so happy to see there's growth that we have accomplished, and happy to report that.
Okay, well, let me first, let's go back to California, where the oldest Democratic or the oldest person, senator, passed away, and that she was replaced by a black woman. Whereas, if you think about it, we got approximately about 5 black people in the Senate now.
No, that's not true. We have Mr. Booker there. We have the young lady from California. And,
well, that's true. And you got Scott from South Carolina.
South Carolina.
And the guy from New Jersey. And then you got...
That's Booker.
Okay. And then you got the new senator from Alabama. No, I'm sorry, Georgia. So that's the most we've had.
We have black senator from Georgia.
Yeah, he's a senator. A reverend.
Oh, right. Oh, my God. Excuse me, the Rebel one. I stand corrected. Yes.
So this is the first time we had this many senators, and if we want to say Congress. But let me ask you this. You spoke about the things happening at the schools and things. What have they done as far as protection of the school? People are talking about maybe having the people come to school 4 days a week instead of the 5. What have they done there? You mentioned the police department. What kind of protection have they put in order to keep our kids safe and our teachers?
Well, you see, there were 2 issues that you brought up there. One issue you mentioned about the 4-day school days. Well, that's something that has not been caused by the problem with the kids. That's because there's a shortage of teachers right now, and like in most schools around the country here, in the state of Missouri, they're looking at going to a 4-day school week. As a matter of fact, in some districts right now, they have did that already. So now that's something that's taking place mainly because they cannot get enough qualified teachers. So I know here in St. Louis, we're about 100 teachers short, and that goes pretty much around the state and other cities. And also, as far as the thing with the violence in the schools, they're now have added more security in some cases where they in the year. So we mentioned about the shootings that we had last year, and that was something very tragic. Where where the student was killed, but in that case, the police department got in right away and was able to take out the perpetrator right away. And it just happened to be someone, believe it or not, that was an ex-student at the school the previous year. And that was something that was created by him having, some mental issues that was not dealt with. And so that was some of the things that in our state there's a red flag law that need to be put into effect. But right now, those laws are not being put into effect. So the police department and the teachers right now, some of the handicapped, be honest with you, but what we have had here in St. Louis is most recently we had one of our little league football coaches that was shot about parents, in a football game, and mainly he was shot about 4 times because the parent felt his son should have been a starting player, and that happened. I don't say here in St. Louis, but a lot of places where you have these parents who who really kind of play football and through their kids when they were kids, they were not necessarily stars, but they try to say now they want their kids to be stars, and that's creating problems for the coaches, of the team. They got to play all the players, in a game, and in doing so, your child or my child may not be a star like that. We got so that's right now. A lot of the fans right now creating a lot of problems for the coaches right now, and that's not a good thing.
Well, also we're thankful for our quarterback. The Chiefs will play the Chargers tomorrow, and he's steadily involved in the community. And well, of course, he got a percentage in the current female soccer team, and the Royals, who had the worst season in history, I believe. And he started getting involved in a lot of things. What is happening in St. Louis with the hockey and the Sports Alpha League as far as them getting involved with the community, to your knowledge?
Well, see, all of our fact right now the baseball season is over with, and they had a one of the worst years in 15 years for the organization. They had kind of losing season, and so now we all crying about that, but that means that the ownership is probably needs to spend some more money now. Get us some pitching is one of the things that we need very, very badly here in St. Louis for us to be contenders. But now, having said that, the baseball players are all very active in our community. All our hockey players, they're also very active in our community. And also, so was our soccer players with our new team that we have here in St. Louis City, who was, matter of fact, this is the first time a new team in the league, and for the first time in many, many years, we finished first in our division, and it's for a soccer stadium. Our stadium is the Stadium of Art, and was built by private dollars, by the way, and that's something that's very, very important. That they didn't ask for any money, and I know also in Kansas City we talk about this talk in discussion right now about them moving the baseball team downtown, building the stadium downtown, and we don't probably in the future sometime, but right now the world will be playing at the thing. And also, see, we remiss it. We didn't talk to our audience here about our football team. Not only are they in first place, but they also have to have a very much a superstar as one of their fans. We are happy to have that Kelsey, who's tight end number 87. He's dating one of the hottest stars in the country. So, it's real simple, and that's being more attention to the Chiefs also. Well,
let me ask you this: what about what's what's the score on the Missouri Tigers now that you can think of?
Sure, the score is now 34 to 12. Missouri is leading, and it's about 27 seconds left in the game. And South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina, the Gamecocks. Okay.
Yeah, the Gamecocks. You know.
You speaking of athletes, you remember number 87, and we had some superstars, entertainers that come to Kansas City. And all of them go to the Chief Stadium, or Coffin is baseball, but Arrowhead, and they are just like our tight end. And they said that what's her name,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. They said that when they know she was coming to the town to sit with him and his parents, sit with his parents, everything went up. I'm talking about the attendance, money, and they said fiance, so that's the private business. And Beyonce, that then we had what's the other one? Does a Christmas deal? McCary, what's her name?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
What did you say, Scott?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah. So they getting the people here and you talk about prices, but those people always find a way to go to those places for have standing room on the crowds. And that's the present.
Yes, it is. Right now, the people in Kansas City, when they know that Taylor Swift's going to be at the game, as a matter of fact, I think she'll be at the game tomorrow. It's reported that she'll probably be there. And when it happens, more people show up, they can get a chance to see her. And also, when they have the tailgating outside the stadium. Matter of fact, and overall, it's been a plus. As a matter of fact, Chelsea's jersey number 87, it jumped 400 times. He's no more sales since he's been dating her. And so that's been very, 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 very good, for Kansas City.
Yes, and we need more of them. And, the different things with the, like, her name Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, I don't even know what she looked like, man. I have seen her. Can you describe her to me or to our audience?
She's a beautiful young lady, you know what I mean? And, they make a handsome cover, but she's one of the superstars. And wherever she goes, matter of fact, wherever she goes, okay, she has sellouts beyond your imagination. And one good thing about what she does, she donates money back to the community where she performs at. And that's one thing that's always important, okay? For the entertainers, I know Beyonce does the same thing. And when they come to town, there's more people riding the subways, the bus system, getting more security. So they're good for your economy when they come to your town.
Well, that's great, but can you describe or tell us their looks, the anatomy, anything you can tell our people, because they are attractive people.
All I'm saying is that she's a very nice looking young lady. That she's at least about almost 6 feet tall.
Which one? Beyonce or Taylor?
No, Beyonce. I think we're talking about Taylor Swift right now.
Okay.
Taylor Swift right now. And I said she's about almost 6 feet tall.
Huh.
Not 6, but pretty close. And she's number one entertainer in the world.
Well, and she's a blonde too, right?
No, she's not a blonde.
She's not? Well, let me start with the rumor that our all-pro tight end used to date a black model. Are you cognizant of that?
Yes, I am. Yes, he did.
But Taylor came in. Go ahead.
No, that's not true. They have been separated over a year, okay? So Taylor Swift did not come into the relationship and break up anything. That's not true.
Okay. No, well, they're saying that Taylor Swift had more money than the black model.
She probably doesn't get more money than a whole lot of people. She's one of the top entertainment in the whole world.
Well, you remember the next lady that she was. I remember my granddaughter used to tell me about her with Destiny came out of Houston, and man, she just and they also making movies. Oh, they making movies. They're bringing the people and they donating back to the community, and it's funny how people say they can't get enough money to eat, but they pack those stadiums.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, see, when you pack a stadium, you see, that means you have a lot of people. I know a lot of my friends that I worked with in the past. You have people who work on the cameras, working in security, working in the food venues, and all of that in the parking lot. Everybody makes money.
So what you guys got set up? What you guys got set up for the future of St. Louis and also Ferguson, and then even Scott? What's they happening in New York besides get too cold and Buffalo?
Oh, I don't know what's going on in Buffalo. I haven't heard from them in a long time.
Okay.
Well, right now, the whole East Coast is having a problem. Not a problem, they having a nor'easter. Weather-wise, that's hitting the East Coast right now. So that's creating a lot of people dealing with weather right now. But I do know for a fact too, my guess on today's program from the DC area, and it's not making any people count any programs or anything. It's just dealing with the weather.
We have 4 minutes, gentlemen.
How much you got, Scott?
4 minutes, sir.
Okay. I'll say, okay, 4 minutes. So we're talking.
Right now, you mentioned that Candy Price Wayne Hubbard had a very successful event last year for the 25th anniversary of their United Urban Outdoors, and they have done a lot of things. They have featured different around the country on an annual basis. They provide jobs for the young kids now, and they also have done a lot of historical stuff. Wayne has on similar-wise on the Underground Railroad, and also on the Condell Road over in Kansas City, Kansas, and a lot of stuff that they have done for the communities. And for us also some of the artists too, for the most part, that he gets that he hires cameramen from all around the community. One of our guys here, Brian Young, he's part of the crew. So they're doing a lot of good things and employing a lot of people, and that's what you want to do when you create business and stuff. And that's
okay.
Very, very good.
But what Wayne and Candy have done, they have set the deal for all over the country of people doing fishing derbies. That's for the young kid, whatever. And Wayne and Candy, they started that. Everybody, they didn't say anything about the 5 loaves of bread. They said the fish, and most of them get conservation department. They get the channel cat, and they get what we used to call perch. Now I guess they call them bluegill. But they've done a tremendous thing, and then they got the kids. The kids are involved, and that's a good thing for them. And I hope that they will continue in their people. When they gonna do their deal up in Ferguson?
Well, right now we looking at next year's schedule. Okay, we were trying to get it together for the week of our conference. Okay, but that date didn't work. But so now we need some other dates because we have a very beautiful lake here in our first observatory of January Wilderness Park, and we have had about 2 or 3 observers this year in our city also. And we have a very good turnout, and right now I know you'll see the clock on the wall is starting to tell us it's that time to go. But anything you want to kind of finish up with here?
Well, it's just Scott. Do you have anything you want to share with us without being our timekeeper?
Well, it's 5:59.
Okay.
Well, I guess. Well, we appreciate you, Ira and Scott, and uh, have the people to tune in and get involved with us. And also, if they want to know something, we're on the line that they can call 816-694-2273. And we hope all of you take off a little time to be in Kansas City on December the 2nd. Take us away, Al.
On that note, you listen to just coming to Kansas City with the MC Richardson, found at the Missouri, the Media Association, based on the humor. Thank you for joining us this early. Be back here next week with the other coming Kansas City. Like this good, Monday, that approach to join your conversation at John Horn, our engineer, president of the station. Please wear your face, man. And like this good.